Good morning. Welcome to our 32Soft monthly webinar. Today, we would like to start to touch on the QAD Item Attributes and Quality Control IAQ module. One of the frustrations that I've always had as a planner was I never had enough information to do a better job of planning and analysis. QAD has several hundred different elements that are attached to an item, but I still found that inadequate. In 2015, QAD introduced the QAD Item Attributes and Quality Control IAQ module in an attempt to provide more specific usable data. All companies need to have additional information. Customers, customer items, sales order line items, purchase orders, supplier items, suppliers, production orders, quality testing, item attributes, item lot attributes, bills of material formula. When QAD introduced the QAD Item Attributes and Quality Control IAQ module, it was basically the incorporation of the CBOS quality application, which QAD had purchased in 2012, and this attempt to provide more specific usable data. The Item Attributes module, as it's sometimes referred to, offers a solution to extend the item master and manage an unlimited number of extra attributes for each item and other data elements. In general, attributes define the name, the description, the data type, the format, and the label of the attribute. And the item profile is a collection of attributes that apply to a specific item. Item attributes can be printed on standard reports or even on QRF reports like PO, SO, sales order, invoice, shipping, even LBox and L32 printer. Item attributes are available in both .NET and Web UI. Although QAD Item Master has over 300 fields to store data for a particular item, in most of these cases, the attributes a company has to manage are not among these fields. From 2015 EE, with the release of the QAD Item Attribute and Quality Control module, to QAD Adaptive ERP 2021.1, which introduced the new CRM analytics, supplier relationship, financial, and integrated supplier management, and then on to QAD Adaptive ERP 2023, which came in April and enhanced the adaptive manufacturing and supply chain capabilities of the module. Over the years, there have been many attempts to provide a better and broader array of user-friendly data fields to assist with the need for more descriptive characteristics within QAD, such as consuming user fields in the PT master, storing extra attributes in a user work file, create a new table in a custom database to store extra attributes, or create a new custom database to store additional information for each item. All of these mean a lot of customization and extra effort to manage those needs. The broad scope of item data attributes functionalities includes extending the item master, flexible data management, item profiling, enhanced inventory management, improved reporting and visibility, integration with other modules, customizable user interfaces, and support for lot and sublot. Maintain item profile collection in QAD's ERP software serves several important purposes within the item attribute functionality, from creating item attribute profiles to adding attributes to profiles to linking attribute categories to managing item-specific data and customizing item information to defining data types, all while supporting business processes and enhancing flexibility. Once the QAD Attribute and Quality module is understood, implemented, and operational, the benefits and advantages of utilizing and printing attributes from 1.15 Item Data Attribute menu becomes manifest, including enhanced traceability, customized labeling, compliance support, improved inventory management, customer-specific information, seamless integration, increased efficiency, flexibility, quality control support, and real-time data capture. As mentioned, one of the primary issues with the quality item and quality control module is that regrettably it is a little bit hard to manage a large number of attributes through the maintenance screens offered by QAD. As item attribute module gives the user a powerful way to extend master data sets and at the same time maintain large numbers of attributes, it is well worth the implementation effort. The item attribute data loader from 32Soft solves the problem and manages to handle even dozens of additional attributes from your attribute functionality within master data. Using 32Soft Loader, you can review and manage large number of attributes from an easy-to-use Excel format. I will now turn it over to Andreas, who will give you a quick demonstration.
Let me show you how it works in practice. Item Attributes Loader, as all 32Soft data loaders, is designed as Excel spreadsheet. You can store loader template on your computer or open it from the network drive or from the cloud. Excel interface gives you a lot of flexibility when it comes to reviewing and analyzing information you work with. First thing you will need to do after opening 32Soft Item Attributes data loader is to click on the Setup button to select database you will be connecting to. In order to download item attributes, you will need to fill in the filters in the top left corner of the loader. You can filter for item number, product line, or item group. If you leave these fields blank, it will download all items that belong to the selected item attribute group. Selecting a valid item attribute group is mandatory, since the loader will download attribute details based on this selection and only items that belong to this group. Once you filled in the filter parameters, you can click on the Download Attribute button. Before you will be able to pull the information from QAD, Loader will check if you are authorized to manage item attributes in QAD. You will need to enter your QAD user ID, password, and the domain. You can work with the item attributes in QAD through 32Soft Item Attribute Data Loader only if you have valid QAD user ID, password, and access to 1.15.1 menu in QAD. User authentication in 32Soft data loaders is based on native QAD authentication logic and includes user ID, password, menu, entity, and site security. If user authentication is successful, the loader will display all the records from QAD that matches filter criteria from the header. The first column shows the item number. The next three columns contain generic information about the item that makes it easier to identify the items. These are description, product line, and item group. Starting from the fifth column, you can see the attributes assigned to the item. Every time you click on the download button, the loader downloads the header and shows the attributes that belong to the selected attribute group. The header line shows details in 3 lines per cell for the attribute. At the top, you can see the attribute code. In the middle, it displays the attribute description, and at the bottom, it shows the format of the attribute. For example, the first attribute that belongs to attribute group 1 is 100100. The description of the attribute is acidity, and the format accepted in the column is decimal. The attributes are defined within QAD in Item Attribute Maintenance menu. You can define attributes with the following data type: character, logical, decimal, integer, or date. Since this is an Excel spreadsheet, you can use the tool to easily review item attributes even for a large number of items. All action functionalities are available to work with the information. You can add filters, create pivot tables, etc. If you want to modify some of the attributes, first you need to download data from QAD the way we showed not long ago. Once the data is downloaded, you can review the attributes and make the changes required. You can modify existing attribute values, you can fill in the attribute value on lines where the attribute was blank, or you can blank out attribute if that is the requirement. Let's change the expiration date on all the lines and extend with 1 year. And let's make a mistake in this column. So once you are done with the changes, you can click on the Upload Attributes button. A validation process will start that will validate the data from the spreadsheet. If the program finds any error, it will not load any data into QAD, but it will give you an error message like in this case. The loader will highlight the cell of the problematic value. If the spreadsheet contains hundreds of lines, you can use the Find Error button to jump directly to the first cell with the problematic value. The loader validates the entered value and it must match with the format that is in the attribute definition in QAD and is shown in the header of the column. So this value must be a logical value. The loader expects a yes or a no. Let's fix this issue. When you use our tool, you do not have to worry about partial uploads and do not have to spend time on investigating what has been uploaded and what not. It works on an all or nothing basis. If the loader finds even one little error on the spreadsheet, it will not upload the data until that error is fixed. Now we fixed all the errors, so we can click on the Upload button again. This time the load was successful. If we download the information from QAD again, we should see the updated value in the expiration column. Yes, date has changed. If you have a new item or you have not yet assigned any attribute to an item yet, you can do that using the tool. All you have to do is to enter the new item number into the first column and enter the attributes that belong to the given item. So let's assume we have a new item. I enter the item number and I fill in the attributes fields. In this case, I copied existing attributes from the previous item and I change one attribute, the capacity, to 10. When we click on the Upload Attribute button, the tool will assign the item to the attribute group selected in the B5 cell and assign the attributes from the spreadsheet. Please note that every item can belong to only one attribute group. So let's upload. It says loaded successfully. If we click on the Download Attribute button, we should see the new item at the end of the list. Yes, it's here. Capacity is 10. So we successfully added a new item to this attribute group. As you have seen during the webinar, 32Soft Item Attributes Data Loader is simple and easy to use tool that can speed up the management of your attributes assigned to your items. It does not require any additional user training and provides quick return on investment, saving you valuable hours. Thank you.